Okay. I think I should make this video in English so it can reach more people and it's just more accessible for my viewership. There were a few things that really impacted me, or that I felt a huge urge to talk about. I had some thoughts that I've written down. I actually wanted to make a video about that, but then I forgot that, and I just didn't think about it anymore. But now I watched a news video from yesterday. I felt like I had to share some thoughts and some things that were in my mind, because I feel like we are in a very critical stage in our global society and so on. The big question is always when it's about, when the discussion or the dialogue comes to politics and societal change and so on. What can I do, or what can a single person do that will actually better society? Organizations and so on will sometimes say, go to this link and donate, or go to this event and contribute and so on. And that's great, I really like that. I think it's very important that we contribute resources and our time into these things and actually try to actively change something on the streets and with the people and so on. For many people, these aren't first steps. These are steps that come when you actually made the decision to get politically active. Also, I'm speaking for myself right now, because for the longest time I wanted to get politically active and contribute to the struggle and so on. But I didn't know where, and I didn't really think that the organizations that I found weren't really my type. I didn't really think that I could actually actively contribute something important there. And so I first had to learn anything I do is actually going to make a difference. Any small thing I do will make a difference. Because without thinking or without believing that my voice matters and my actions can actually change something or change someone's mind, all I do will be without reason. It will feel empty. It will not really matter to me, and through that, people who I'm trying to convince of something will also feel like that there's not much behind what I'm saying. Okay. When I first thought about getting political, I wanted to go to demonstrations, and I did, and it was good. I felt like I was contributing and so on. But that was it. I went 2 or 3 times to a demonstration, and that was it, because I didn't really feel like I actually helped in that scenario. I felt off. I thought a bit more. I reflected on what my talents are and what I could, what I want to do and so on. Now I'm doing this. It's not really political in the sense of oh, do this and do that, or you should do this and this is good and this is bad. But it's my contribution to, or it's my way of reaching out, and it's my way of trying to be a part of the struggle and the international solidarity movement. Yes. And now I watched the news story, and I thought damn, fuck. We are at a very critical stage now. We have to do something. There are so many moving parts right now that are really pointing, or that I feel like are pointing towards huge changes in our society, in our global society. I mean, first of all, of course, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, or the Russia-Ukraine crisis is very obvious for that. really like demonstrated for me how these modern conflicts are really just for show. Don't misunderstand me, please. I'm not saying that they are not real and that there are not actual dangers there, but I'm saying that we should not forget that we, in theory at least, we have the nuclear peace still. And so all the troop movement and all the troops are doing on the scene there in the Ukraine are just like for press mostly. They are like to show, look at us, how powerful we are. If we wanted to, we could destroy you and so on. So that like the people there, the people who are actually on the scene, get scared and like make stupid movements and so on, and then they could like gain politically from that. If Russia were to actually attack there, it might as well start a third world war actually. I mean, it sounds crazy to be honest, and I'm feeling really awkward saying that, but that could happen. And so Putin probably doesn't want to do that because he would be the aggressor and no one wants to be the one who started the Third World War, you know? Yeah, it's about crafting a narrative. So Putin is showing up in the political drama on the world stage of politics, and he says like, look how big my dick is. Wants to like shove it into the Ukraine, but that's of course like big bro America or US or step bro NATO says like no, she's still a virgin and so. No, I'm joking, but yeah, so it's like a huge theatrical play that tries to get us like moving and tries to get reactions out of us, the people, tries to like shake the establishment to like make more room for, in this case, Putin tries to shake like the political scene to make more space for his political power, for him to like slip in and claim new powers basically, or like a new role in international politics. Because like if he doesn't have to back down in this conflict, it would be a huge win. If he even like gets the US to agree to some sort of contract without losing face in like the political news and so on, that would be a huge win. Before this conflict or this crisis, Russia wasn't really a big player on the political scene anymore. They were weak, to be honest, and China was more like the huge player and so on. But now, in like the recent weeks, I didn't really hear anything about China, to be honest. There's still like the whole conflict with Taiwan and so on, but it's minor in like what I'm receiving. Please correct me if there's. And it really showed me again like how it's not about actual tactical military movements and so on. I mean, it still matters. It's still like important and so on. The winner won't be decided on the battlefield, but in contracts and in like public. The winner will be decided by the public, basically. If like the Ukrainian people wouldn't agree with like what these two big states, Russia and in this case America or the NATO, will decide on, then there would be a huge outcry, and this could spark like huge civil unrest, which we don't want, of course. Just wanted to share my thoughts on that. I don't know if this footage is actually usable and if I just spoke rubbish. Maybe you can give me a comment on what you think and what I said and so on. Because I really am, I'm not speechless obviously, otherwise I wouldn't speak well, but I'm just flabbergasted. I'm so verwirrt. There's so much chaos in my head because of like how much chaos is on the outside. I can't really focus in recent times because there's like just so much going on. But even only in politics and so on, but just also in my personal life, there's like, yes, it's so confusing. I'm confused. I'm so confused. And I just hope, I pray and I hope that everything will go well and that we won't have to hide in bomb shelters anytime soon. But I don't know. It feels like anything could happen, and it's really creepy. I'm really scared, to be honest. Like not like frightened and shocked and so on, where I can't move. I'm just like I'm scared of what might happen. But I have hope. I have hope that we can change something and that all this chaos will settle into like a better path into the future, for the future and so on. But still, there are like many things that could happen, which is just scary. I hope you found it entertaining and I hope you could take something out of this, and I hope I didn't put you in a negative downward spiral. If that's the case, please don't watch my videos. Or no, please give me a dislike, or I don't care. Yeah. If there's anything you want to say or you want to talk with me about, please reach out. I link my Instagram down below in the description. Look at my other videos. I did like a longer format video of where I explained like my current status. I think I can link it. If it's not linked here, then or there, I don't know. Yeah, you know how it works. It will be in the description as well. Follow me everywhere, but not to my home. Thank you for watching, and see you next time when I feel inspired to rant on video.